Sometimes you just need to watch something that calms your heart and makes you feel less stressed. And for me, Bittersweet Love was that kind of series. I started watching this after reading the plot, and honestly, the way they portrayed the story of a boy who has nothing and is always doing whatever his parents want really attracted me. And now he has to marry a girl just for his parents and for money. He doesn't really have any personal benefit from it. But then there was someone who was always there for him and looking after him, even without really knowing him. There was just something about this story that attracted me so much, and I loved it. That's why I started watching this series. And first of all, let's talk about the top, because this man is so handsome. His acting was on point. The way he put on those glasses, and the way those glasses suited him, that was honestly one of the best moves from the director. But it's not just about his looks. I really enjoyed his acting. The way he portrayed his character felt so natural. It felt like there wasn't even any difficulty for him to play this role. He made it look like a piece of cake, and I loved that. I also really liked the way his character was always there whenever his bottom needed help. He was looking after him, supporting him, and slowly becoming someone he could rely on. And I think that's one of the things that made their relationship so enjoyable to watch. Now I have a little bit of a different opinion about the bottom. For me, the bottom was okay. I didn't dislike his character, but he wasn't the main reason I kept watching. What kept me watching was definitely the top's acting and, most importantly, the chemistry between them. Their chemistry was really good. Even when they weren't doing anything dramatic, their interactions had this tension that made me want to keep watching. And I really liked the way their relationship developed throughout the story. Now, let's talk about the story, because I actually really enjoyed it. I loved the way they started the story. There was tension between them from the beginning, and I liked how they slowly developed their relationship instead of making everything happen immediately. I also want to talk about their families. I actually have not so much problems with their families because they were just thinking about society. I had problem with the family of Bottom. They were so annoying and greedy. I actually hated his brother character. He only thought of himself. I have not much problem with Top's father. He was okay. But his sister was so bad-mannered, and the story of his liking his brother actually pretty annoyed me. I just hated her in the whole series. His character could be better. And the way they used the trading thing in the story was something I actually liked. It gave the story something different, and honestly, I just enjoyed watching how everything developed around it. The story had its emotional moments, its tension, and its cute moments, and that's probably why I found myself getting attached to it. And I also really liked the way the top helped his bottom whenever he needed him. Those little moments were some of my favorite parts because they showed how much he actually cared about him. But I really didn't like the ending. Don't get me wrong. The twist itself was good, but the way they did the ending felt way too quick. We got this big twist, and then suddenly everything was being wrapped up so quickly that I was just sitting there thinking, wait, that's it? I feel like they could have given us more time to understand everything and properly develop the ending. Especially because throughout the whole series, they showed the bottom as being innocent, and then at the end, out of nowhere, they gave us this twist. I understand what they were trying to do, but for me, it wasn't developed enough. And then he chose the character who bullied him, and the top didn't even know about this. And I'm sorry, but the top literally always had his eyes on him. So I was like, how did you not know this? But okay, I'll let it slide. One thing I did really like about the ending, though, was that they ended the series while making the soup. Because let's be honest, the soup was basically one of the main characters of this series. So ending the series with them making soup was actually really cute, and I liked that. And I also loved that they ended the series with them being married. After everything they went through, seeing them finally together and married was really satisfying. So even though I had some problems with the ending, I still enjoyed the journey that got us there. Overall, Bittersweet Love was a series that I genuinely enjoyed watching. It had a really interesting story, good chemistry, great acting from the top, some really sweet moments, and enough tension to keep me interested. Of course, it wasn't perfect, and I definitely had some problems with the bottom's character development and especially the rushed ending. But these are just my opinions. Everyone can have a different experience with the series, and that's what makes watching and discussing BL so much fun. So, after everything, I'm giving Bittersweet Love a 9 out of 10. And now I want to know what you guys think. Did you like the ending? What did you think about the twist? And most importantly, did you also think the soup was one of the main characters? Tell me everything in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more BL reviews, recommendations, and BL content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.